This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitsky. We begin with the memorial service underway for California Highway Patrol Officer Scott Merritt. The 42-year-old officer was a 16-year veteran of the department. CHP made the announcement last week that Merritt died due to COVID-19 complications. He is survived by his wife and 2 kids. Now, his service is happening right now at the Valley Baptist Church on Fruitvale Avenue. CHP says, quote, Officer Merritt's bold and faithful service was rooted in his deep loyalty to the community he served, end quote. A fund has been set up to help Merritt's family. We have a link for donations on our website, kget.com. And the community is mourning the loss of Kern County Sheriff's Deputy Gabriel Gonzales. Kern Law Enforcement Association confirmed his death on Instagram today. The post did not state a cause of death. Meantime, KCSO has issued a statement following Gonzales' death saying, quote, the Kern County Sheriff's Office is saddened to announce the passing of Deputy Gabriel Gonzales. Deputy Gonzales served the Sheriff's Office for 11 years, spending most of that time assigned to the Fraser Park substation, end quote. Now turning to latest numbers here in Kern County as the 3rd surge is set to peak this weekend. We've learned of another life lost to COVID-19. 1,515 lives have been lost to the virus since the beginning of the pandemic. Meantime, another 510 people tested positive for the virus. More than 5,600 people have tested positive this month alone. The good news, the average number of people getting sick each day is declining. However, state data shows 317 people are in the hospital with COVID-19. Another 70 are in the ICU. Meantime, after 150 days, Public Health has released the updated information on the people who have died from COVID-19. Those 65 and older continue to be the most affected age group, accounting for 64% of deaths in Kern County. A majority of deaths continue to have comorbidities. Hypertension and diabetes are the 2 most common. Hispanics account for a majority of the deaths with 56%. According to Public Health, this population is disproportionately affected as they make up only 52% of the population in the county. The newly released data also shows men continue to account for a majority of the deaths. Well, today could be one of the worst days for our hospitals. State models project more people will be in local hospitals today for COVID-19 than any other day in this 3rd surge. Hundreds are in the hospital right now with the virus. Dozens more are fighting for their lives in the ICU. Although the peak isn't as bad as what we expected after Christmas and New Year's, hospital resources are stretched thin and nurses are mentally exhausted. Now, 17's Alex Fisher spoke with 2 nurses at Kern Medical yesterday. They say although the projected peak may be today, there's still a long way to go before this dire situation improves.
We're seeing this surge of all these COVID patients, and it's deadly.
And the surge doesn't just go away once you peak. Some of these patients we keep greater than 30 days, 40 days, they stay months on a ventilator.
For the average Joe on the street, they don't see that surge. It doesn't affect their daily lives.
We're seeing young people, healthy people, young moms die from this. Nobody's immune.
And you just heard some patients can spend weeks, even months in the hospital after they're admitted. That means deaths will most likely increase in the coming days and weeks, just like it did during the last 2 surges. Therefore, it could take weeks, even longer, for Public Health to release data on those deaths. At this point, we're still learning about people who lost their lives to COVID-19 in mid to late August.
Clinica Sierra Vista is now offering rapid COVID-19 testing and COVID-19 vaccinations. Call 833-278-4584 to make your appointment. But don't delay. Clinica Sierra Vista, putting patients first.
Well, with the Bakersfield Condor season right around the corner, they're announcing fans must show proof of a COVID-19 vaccine or a negative COVID-19 test. Now, this announcement is in accordance with the California Department of Public Health guidelines regarding mega events. Now, beginning this Monday, fans attending any event at Mechanics Bank Arena must show proof. A negative COVID-19 test must also be shown for those under the age of 12. This applies to all games throughout the month of October, and then they will be reevaluated. Opening night for the Condors is set for October 16th. And Hoffman Hospice is asking the community to lace up their running shoes for the 5th annual Run to Remember. Organizers say the run is a way to pay tribute to someone special in your life and share old memories while making new ones. Registration is $40 per person and includes food, swag bags, and custom awards for each age division. Participants can choose between a 5K, 10K, or 1 mile walk option. It's happening tomorrow at 4401 Buena Vista Road. Check-in is from 7 to 7:30 in the morning, with the race beginning at 8 a.m. For more information, just head to our website, kget.com. Also this weekend, you can get your pet vaccinated. The City of Bakersfield Animal Control Unit says vaccines and licensing are available to dogs living within the city limits. It's happening at Martin Luther King Jr. Park and will be running from 9 a.m. to noon. Rabies vaccines can be given to puppies as young as 3 months of age, as well as adult dogs. A dog license must be purchased in conjunction with the rabies vaccine. For more information, we have all that on our website, kget.com. In your 17 Business Watch, unemployment rate fell in Kern County. According to the State Employment Development Department, the Golden Empire's unemployment rate dropped to 10% in August, down 0.7% from July. Last month, the state had an unemployment rate of 7.5%. Nationwide, it was at 5.3%. The jobs report shows California created 44% of new jobs in the U.S. last month, a total of a little over 104,000 jobs. Well, over $70 million is up for grabs in Kern County for tenants behind on rent and utility payments because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Housing Authority encouraging you to apply for those dollars before it's too late. The Board of Supervisors Tuesday accepted over $14 million in federal funds to go directly to Kern renters and landlords. Wednesday afternoon, the city of Bakersfield approved an extra $22 million. In less than 2 weeks, the only shield protecting renters behind on rent will be lifted.
There's still quite a bit of money available in assistance. We are strongly encouraging people to continue to apply if they need it. Don't wait until the end of September when the moratorium lifts. Apply now, get your application in process, and let us assist you.
To qualify, you must have a copy of a lease or rental agreement, proof of income, and a statement from your landlord stating how much rent you owe. The application approval process takes up to 14 days. Once approved, payouts will be sent to landlords in 3 to 5 days. Well, the coffee price high is likely to last through next year. That's according to a new report from Fitch Solutions. Experts say constrained supply from major coffee producers like Vietnam, Brazil, and Colombia could keep costs up through 2022. Vietnam is currently battling the worst COVID outbreak since the start of the pandemic. In Brazil, waves of frost and drought have damaged crops. Bad weather also affected Colombia's harvest, and the emergence of the new coronavirus variant could lead to labor shortages that worsen production. The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.